It was a grey, drizzling morning in Brooksville, a town where time seemed to slow in the face of routine. On July 8, 2024, that monotony was shattered. At 7:13 a.m., Sarah Langford, 34 years old, walked into the Brooksville Police Department and uttered words that would echo through every hallway, courtroom, and living room in the county. "I'm here to confess to a murder." Detective Mara Espinoza, who would later lead the investigation, recalled it vividly. There was something eerie about her calm. Not like someone surrendering out of panic, but out of surrender itself. Like she had already made peace with the punishment. She gave the name, Jenna Clay. 12 years. That's how long it had been since Jenna, a vibrant 22-year-old waitress and part-time photographer, disappeared. Her body had never been found. The case had gone cold. Leads had dried up. Jenna became a faded missing poster on a telephone pole no one noticed anymore. But now, here was a woman claiming to know everything. And more chillingly, claiming to be responsible. Jenna Clay was not just another statistic. She was an only child. A hopeful artist. A lover of dogs, road trips, and black and white photography. Friends described her as the kind of person who made strangers feel seen. She worked 2 jobs. By day, she waited tables at a local diner. By night, she documented local events, weddings, high school games, and more, with a second-hand camera her late father had left her. In April 2012, Jenna left her shift at Moe's Diner at 9:41 p.m. Security footage showed her leaving with her backpack and umbrella. A grey sedan was parked across the street, unidentified at the time. She was never seen again. Her disappearance launched a frantic search. Police canvassed nearby woods. Her mother organized vigils and pleaded on live TV. Jenna's ex-boyfriend was interrogated 3 times. But no one could find a single trace. Her phone was recovered 7 miles away in a dumpster. Her backpack, never found. Brooksville moved on. Sort of. But for one person, the past was gnawing from the inside out. To the casual observer, Sarah was unremarkable. Kind. Soft-spoken. Known for her obsessive cleanliness and clockwork routine. Raised in a strict evangelical household, Sarah had lived a life of restraint. But beneath that control lay rage, loneliness, and mental instability. She had seen 3 therapists since the age of 16. She had attempted suicide twice, though never told anyone except her diary. One diary entry read, "There are 2 versions of me. One the world sees, and one that sees the world burning." In 2011, Sarah moved to Brooksville to start fresh. She rented a small apartment above a dry cleaning shop and got a job as a barista. That's where she first saw Jenna. "She was light," Sarah later said. "Everything I wasn't." Sarah began following Jenna's blog. Attending events she knew Jenna would photograph. They met briefly at a poetry night. Jenna smiled and shook her hand. To Sarah, that meant everything. But to Jenna, it was just a moment. April 16, 2012. It was raining. Jenna had just finished her shift. Sarah had waited across the street for over 2 hours. She had been there before. Watching. That night, she offered Jenna a ride. "It's pouring," she said. "I see you around a lot. I live just up the road." Jenna hesitated, then agreed. They drove for 7 minutes in silence. Then, according to Sarah's confession, Jenna asked to be dropped off at the next stoplight. That's when Sarah took a turn off the main road. "I wanted to talk," she said. What happened next was pieced together from Sarah's journals, police interrogation, and forensic evidence. A sudden argument. Jenna trying to get out. Sarah grabbing her arm. A serrated kitchen knife in the glove box. A single, fatal stab. Sarah panicked. She drove deep into the woods. Dug a shallow grave with a tire iron in her bare hands. Left Jenna's phone and belongings scattered in different locations. She cleaned the car. Washed her hands raw. Never told a soul. But she never forgot. Sarah became obsessed with missing persons cases. She started anonymously sending flowers to Jenna's mother every April. She began journaling her dreams, all of which circled back to that night. She moved 3 times. Changed her hair. Took different jobs. But Jenna's eyes haunted her. She wrote unsent letters to the Clay family. Drew maps of the burial site. Went back to the woods every anniversary of the murder. Once, she left a note. "I'm sorry I stole your light." In 2024, her mental state broke. Night terrors turned into waking hallucinations. She claimed she could hear Jenna's voice. Whispering. That's when she walked into the police station. Detectives were skeptical. But when Sarah led them to the burial site, 17 miles outside of town. Cadaver dogs immediately hit on a spot. Remains were found. Forensics confirmed it. Jenna Clay. Her DNA. Her hair. Her jacket. Her skeletal remains told the rest. The knife was still there, wrapped in red electrical tape. Sarah was arrested on the spot. The town erupted. News vans flooded Brooksville. The Clay family wept on national TV. We never stopped praying. But we never imagined this ending. Sarah pleaded guilty. She declined a jury trial. I did it. I'll take whatever comes. The courtroom heard every gruesome detail. Read her journals. Watched her break down on the stand. Psychologists diagnosed her with dissociative identity disorder. The prosecution rejected an insanity defense. She knew what she did, they said. And she hid it for 12 years. She was sentenced to 17 years without parole. The Clay family finally laid Jenna to rest. Her headstone reads, "The truth was buried. Now she is free." The case led to changes in how missing person files are handled. Sarah's confession inspired other families to push for reopened cold cases. Sarah, now in prison, speaks to no one. She declined interviews. But one letter, smuggled from prison, was leaked. "I killed a beautiful soul. I can never make that right. But maybe, just maybe, my truth can stop someone else's silence." This is more than a murder story. It's about silence, about obsession, about the cost of carrying pain until it corrodes everything. Justice delayed is still justice. And sometimes, even the darkest secrets claw their way into the light. Subscribe to True Crime Hub for more stories like this. And if you know something, say something. Truth has a voice. Let it be heard.